was doing. So I have uploaded 3 past life recollections shorts, and I'm finding that it is easier to go live and then post the longer full sessions. They typically post a day after I'm actually live. Just letting you know. Let's roll up the sleeves. I will not always be doing introductions, but because it is still fairly new as far as my frequency on YouTube, I am a divine being, a primordial soul. I am ancient. I am a star seed. I have a combination of Lyrian, Syrian, and Arcturian bloodline. And I've been here forever. At 122 on my time stamp. So I have done energy healing and quantum healing for over 15 years, and I have been on other platforms and been very successful, and just never dove into YouTube. I was called to come on to YouTube after a period of hibernation, and so here I am. I'm a very light spirited being. I do not accept or house any negative vibrations. Okay. So if you come in here with the bullshit, you will be ignored. It'll be like you don't even exist. Okay. I typically don't even have those people in the broadcast, but sometimes they slip through. Okay. Who I am designed for, because I am not for everyone. This is not a collective past life. I do not serve the collective. I've done my time assisting the collective with a whole lot of healing modalities. I am for those who are like myself. So there's not a lot of us, which means I am not going to have a million, thousands, or even hundreds of views on these. They're made for particular ancient beings who are healers, who recognize that they're star seeds, they recognize that they're chosen, they recognize their divinity, even if they're not living completely in their divinity yet. Okay, so and they recognize past lives and reincarnations. This is not a let me convince you station. This ain't it. So you can just keep on moving if you need to be convinced. This is, oh, so you know, oh, all right. Let me let me help you out. You know what I mean? Like, let me go ahead and put you on to one of your lives. So I do longer sessions live because this is examples of what you will get when you book with me. Okay, where's the other baby? 11:33 my time. So when you want to book with me, which is highly suggested, you go to the YouTube page. You see that there's a website under there. It takes you to the web page in which you can book your past life healing and or go to Oracle cards, and you can also purchase the deck if you're a healer and a reader already. Yeah. Okay. And you still serve the collective, treat yourself. Okay. So, like I said, if one or two people, pretty much just one, if one person watches the live or even after I post it, it's done. Okay. So, this is not a group effort here. This is a singular healing for an ancient primordial soul, whether you know it or not, you kind of know it. I'm your confirmation that you are. Okay. Some people are not ready to handle that kind of information. Oh, well, I'm talking to the folks who are. And they're like, yo. So I broke up the deck in three piles. One is for the time, the place, one is for the people who were in it, and the other is for the things that would have happened or occurred. Should you purchase the deck yourself, you can scramble it all up in one deck like that. Use it like that too. But for now, this is how I like to use it, for the lives at least. So when you get a session and you book a session, and if you book while you're watching me or you hear me, you'll hear me say that the code is quantum healing. And so when you book and it says discount, when you put in this code, that's the code. So what you're paying for is a complete reading, not like the minis, and an Akashic spread afterwards so that you can parallel with your own Akashic records how to bring this all together, how to transmute this energy, how to alchemize it so that you can assimilate this within your current avatar. Why would I dare want to do that? Because you know as well as I do, even if you're not an astrologist, that the celestial bodies are in alignment for some major, major, major things happening. You will miss the motherfucking boat if you still have vibrational traumas, DNA tags or flags from things that you have not resolved, okay, whether or not it be karma with others or with yourself. If you have not resolved and transmuted those, you ain't going. You're going to have to come here and do it all again. Just saying. That's why I'm here. You're welcome. All right, so what are you doing over here? All right, hold on. You're not even supposed to be in this, so this is important. You're supposed to be over here. So, trek. Okay, and that is what this is, y'all. We are on a quantum trek back to wholeness within ourselves. Okay, like other people matter, yeah, we are one. But first, you have to we are one with the who's you wers. And you're just saying. So, let's try this again. And if you're seeing me, kudos. You're doing a good job. Whether or not you take what I say or book a session or grab the deck and take your quantum healing further is up to you. Okay, it's not something that I need. I have been there, done that. Ooh, haven't had you yet. The 1800s, everybody. Can you see that carriage? The 1800s. That is the time frame that we're talking about here. Ooh, weren't those fun times? Say, I'm a history buff. Whether or not it was a lie or not, there's always truths in it, right? So let's pull some people. Ooh, wizard and sorceress is out here. Oh, okay, that's it for now. Let's see what we got. Grandparent came out. No, get out of here. Twin flames. Yeah, I made the deck, y'all. It's so cute. I'll be proud every time. Wizard, sorceress. So there was some wizardry in here. Ooh, hunter. Interesting. Wow. So a lot of masculine energy so far. Father. We've got father and grandparent. And I don't even think you're out here yet, but we'll see. You could be this father. We have hunter, talking about the 1800s. All right, so let's get some other. We'll put twin flame up here because that's usually the overlying message. And we got some wizardry or sorcery, some magic that was going on. Wow. Connection to crystal came out. Well, that would have a lot to do with this wizardry. See what I'm talking about? So this is not supposed to be in this deck either at 1010. Okay? This is the 1500s. So when this happens, not just it being in a wrong deck still coming out, but should you ever pull more than one timeline, this means you recycled this same energy and it built both lifelines, the 1500s and the 1800s. WTF. Same thing, same scenario, same energies, different faces, different places. Famine is out here. This would have made complete sense in either one of those eras, okay, especially the 1800s. Addictions and vices, fearless, that would be this hunter. Self-inflicted ending, oh my goodness. Unresolved karmic relationship fell on the father. Wow. Abandonment. I was gonna say, wow, okay. Okay. So, from the looks of this, 1800s, 1500s, there was a lot of living on the land. They definitely hunted for their food. There wasn't, I mean, you could go to the butcher, but for the most part, everybody was really self reliant at 1222 on my stamp. Like, they went out and they got their own food. Okay. Um, I feel like this father was hunting because you guys were hungry. There was hunger. They did not come back from this hunt. That doesn't mean it's this self inflicted ending yet, or this addictions and vices. I think both of these came after this abandonment issues. You were raised by your grandparent, and your grandparent was heavy into shamanism, wizardry, sorcery. Okay, so, right. This abandonment came from the father. He went off hunting because you guys were hungry. And now, depending on the kind of soul this grandparent was, they could have said they didn't come back because they left us. When, they didn't come back because they didn't actually make it. So, either way, you looked at them leaving and not taking you as abandonment when they were actually trying to bring back food. So that created unresolved karma between you and your father. That says sailor. I believe that's you. Your grandparent raised you enough to take care of yourself, but you were unstable. Okay, because his grandparent was old school um, and heavy into magic, which was not what your father was into. And then, look, there's no mother out here at all. So you were bred to be fearless, okay, by this grandparent. Just because your father's not in this world doesn't mean anything can harm you. Just because they left doesn't mean I'm not here. You know, so you became fearless. You have a fearless spirit, and that fearless spirit was like, oh, I'm out of here. Like, I need to go see what else there is to see besides this patch of grass that my father left me on. So you took to the high seas. In both the 1800s, that would have been prevalent, and the 1500s, they were on boats. They were on huge ass ships. Okay, Galactic Federation. What's up, brethren? You're like, time to go see the world in my fearless energy. However, I feel like either two things. Either in this current lifeline, you travel a lot so much that you don't settle down, and it's because of this same energy, or you don't travel at all because we don't know how this ended yet. I mean, we see self inflicted ending and addictions and vices. So, but I want to see. Wow, Ascended Master was right there. A traitor. Oh man, yeah, this one was tough. Yeah. So you are a female now. You were a man in this lifeline that we're talking about. You were a boy. Still don't see Mama Bear. So I don't think mom was around there at all. I think she would have passed away in childbirth because it was always grandpa and father. This would have created resentment because I believe that this grandparent was your mother's father. So when she left, it was like being with the son in law. It's not his son, it's, you see what I'm saying? Like, your mother was his daughter, which would, when he left, create all this resentment in the grandparent. Okay, your father left because he ain't kind of a deal. When he really left because of this. So pulling forward, you would, or you'd have issues with one of your parents. One of them may have been absent. Same energy could have recycled. Whereas, like, you think that they just abandoned you, but it was really something else. Or maybe you don't know what it was, and people keep telling you stories of what they want you to know instead of the truth. Okay? Because they'll do it. They will do it. So this trader has a lot to do with this addictions and vices. Like what the hell? Pregnancy. Oh right, yeah. Remember I said mom died at birth? Mm-hmm. That's a confirmation. Her didn't make it. Twin flame is still out here. Wow. So you would not have even gotten close to being with your twin, this lifeline, because you were self-absorbed in addictions and vices. You loved to gamble because, what do you have to lose? Who's going to miss you? You loved to drink. I mean, you were a sailor. Hello. Doubt that there were sober sailors, and you didn't mind crossing anybody if it meant you getting ahead. That was this fearlessness. But I believe that, for as much as that life was exciting, it was also, the other parts of you that were the light body are like, what about love? You also were into esoteric things. That's why you loved to travel. You collected crystals and used them because Pop taught you some stuff. That's why you didn't mind being a traitor to whomever you felt like it. Because who would you be loyal to? Your father wasn't loyal to you. So in this lifeline, you may have issues with loyalty. Now, I feel like this was you. This is how you decided to go because you felt like this was like taking ownership of how you wanted to go. I don't think you were young. I think you were in your 50s, which was older at this time. And it was just a part of this, 1 gram too many of that opium. And you did it twice in the 1800s and the 1500s. So in this lifeline, as the wind house, you may be in the physical with your twin, um, but have several things that are holding you back from being in alignment with being anywhere near capable of a union. And I just have to tell you that like how it is. The reason why I'm saying that is so that you can actively work on this unresolved karma. There are things that you have to, I want to say fix, but it's more like attune, okay, and transmute within yourself to be able to come into physical with your twin. And because you're a woman now, you're more likely to actually do these things. You probably are not anywhere near drugs or heavy alcohol. You're probably repulsed by some of it, okay? Which is great. Like I said, you still have your connection to crystals and your magical self, which is awesome. But you're like, why can't I have this? Well, because there's underlying things that you have to address. One, any issues with abandonment, any issues with your father. You're going to have to decide to accept things as they are, um, instead of developing issues of worthiness because you think people are going to leave. I won't let them in, kind of a deal. Especially with a twin. Hello. There's separation, union, separation, bouncing back in, separation. And this is a rough ride, okay? A really rough ride. Shit, some twins, people be out here tripping. Like you still got a couple lifetimes before you actually come into union. But they be tripping about where my twin flame is. How about you get yourself together, okay? So that this can even be possible, or else you will loop it like the 1500s and 1800s. You will loop that shit again. I won't talk about you. I'm talking about people out here be tripping, thinking all these twin flames coming in. Like y'all tripping. That is not how this works. Anywho, so starting at the bottom, since you are divine feminine, you are within the mindset to actively work on this on behalf of your avatar and these past lives. Simple things that you can do to start healing this is get comfortable with water again. I'm not saying you have to go on a cruise, but you may be uh, hesitant about deep water when you used to always be on the water. Maybe even go on like a little mini yacht or something like that. Who knows? Or like how they have museums that are like boats. They not moving, but they on the water. Do something like that. Um, you can also you already know how to deal with abandonment, but you need to purge um, issues of deservingness, which would be your solar plexus and your sacral. Do some free writing. You can also watch some shows like Black Sails, SAILS, to an archive Aww. And Archangel Gabriel's like, you can also just have some fun, heifer. Okay, maybe take the focus off of when is my twin, where is my twin, when is my twin. Put it on yourself for a minute, um, so that you can be something that even isn't a vibration to attract that. Because right now you're just healing others and healing others and healing others and healing others and healing others, and that's fun and it may even be sustaining you, but you have to turn attention to self. Music, instruments, writing. You know what Archangel Gabe is about, and he's the first one that came out upright. So Gabe is helping you, guiding you. But you go, oh, look at the birds. What in the hell? I done had this deck forever and ever. There are birds in either one of his hands. So the birds may even give you signs too that you're on the right path, but you will have to go into your thought consciousness and clear out ones that don't serve you. Your solar plexus, you may, if you do have addictions or vices, you'll need to get rid of them. Like if you are smoking reefer right now, stop, clear your mind, reset your body, get all of your upgrades. There is a vibration that is achievable that is higher than Mary Jane. um yeah, do that. You can say in your head all whatever, 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 but I was there, been there, done that. What's going to happen is when it's time for you to actually stop, you're not going to enjoy it anymore. It's going to have adverse effects, and that's because your light body's vibration is higher than the gene. And you're like, oh, that's what that heifer was talking about? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. What else, Akashic Records? Oh, library, yeah. There's a book that can help you. I have a book on my, it's called the Deep Inner Healing Cleanse. I feel like you need to do that too. Because as a healer and always externally healing, you compartmentalize and just smother it with positivity, the things that really need to be healed in this avatar so that you can get to those avatar issues, traumas, or any other book that you feel inclined to open. It has a message for you. My Deep Inner Healing Cleanse is, look at this ship, I can't, is a journal where it assists you in purging. So you can heal everybody all day long, but you have to also purge deeply rooted traumas. Okay? All your chakras can be right and bright, but if your DNA still has things flagged from these, then you're only able to vibrate and attract so much. Here's another three. So I have 3, 3, and 2, 2, 2. This is add some, like you've been called to reset and hit a whole reset on things, and you're not. Maybe because maybe you're jumping from one healing thing to another healing thing, thinking that that's it. And then I'm going to jump to another healing thing, thinking that that's it. But those are all still external to self. So, um, depending on where you are, universe may force you to take a time out from healing others. Don't attribute it to failure. It's because you need to be sat down as a primordial energy and get on the path of self. Yeah, so that you can plant these seeds. And 2 plus 3 is 5. So yeah, it's coming together. You can plant all the seeds you want right now, but you're planting them in muddy water, muddy, muddy soil. So you've got to refine your soil and stop refining others. Um, you can still heal others, just take some time, conscious time throughout your week to do self healing. Okay. And if you would like to go further, then book a session. Okay. But I love you. I love you. I love you. It's been about 30 minutes. I believe in you. We believe in you. And you can do this, my love. See y'all next time.